Create project, open Visual Studio and find new project. Okay, or otherwise alternatively you can click start new project. Okay, from this page it will create a default folder structure and file structure and left hand side. Here you have to choose the respective application format and the coding language. We choose at first Visual C#. Okay, and you need to save the project in different path other than C drive. So I choose D drive in demo student folder. It is best practice to save these kind of every project in other than C drive for viral infection. Okay, to prevent viral infection. So from this template you have to choose web from the left hand side and ASP.NET Web application and give the name of your project. I already created the MODL file. So now for the sake of freshers, how to enter into the Visual Studio by creating project, I choose this step. Like MVC Cascading, video demo, somewhat whatever may be the project name you can give it. And alternatively you have to choose the using browsing button. Click the browsing button, you can store the different location. Then after this one you have to click next. Okay, it will create. It will take some time depending upon your machine. This template, this wizard step gives options for multiple choices, whether you are going to create MVC or web forms or empty, whatever may be, single page application you can also write here. Web API application you can write here, Azure application, whatever maybe. Now we are consider only the MVC application, so I choose that one. And here in web app, right hand side, web app, you can see if you want to publish same project in application app, in the app, these settings need. Now we avoid these steps, left it as it is, and click the MVC, then click OK. And we are not going to host this demo DLL into the app. Okay, and now you can create app also here. The same project and you can convert as app by default. Now this will take some more time to create folder structures. By default it will give one start page, okay, index page by Visual Studio. Now create project, create a model entity framework and other view model. These are the steps we need to do in this Visual Studio project. It will take some time because in my system I have some poor RAM. Okay, now it's depending upon your RAM. In the top there is a run button using mouse or cursor. Using Google Chrome, by default the browser, you can change the browser also. If you just without any coding, just to press the run, you will find your ASP.NET application, the default template of this part. This Visual Studio given default template. This is the first page created by Visual Studio. You can alter this page also. So there are so many folders right hand side. I will explain everything, but most we have to concentrate only that model and controller and view. These are the main folders that we are work around in this project. There are another one, web.configuration. This is very important file. Freshers if you have any idea, you can work. All our connection strings will be stored in this web configuration file. In a connection string, the database is access to grow the connection string. Okay, I will explain in another session. about web configuration. Now we only concentrate how to create model, how to create controller, and how to create view. What do you mean model? Create model using entity framework. You can create model with plain SQL or entity framework. Right click the model and select new item, choose the data on left hand side and choose the ADO.NET entity model, and by default it will take one. There are so many models. Even Excel also you can create model, plot file from plot, notepad, SMS, CSV files, whatever may be the model, from XML, from link SQL database, MS Access database. There are so many kind of model you can create from database. It will give the default model 1 name, it will take but we can change it. For the sake of convenience, I just left it as it is, model 1 for this demo, and create. Okay, if you click the R, it will be create. Next, it will go to next step. It will ask 4 options, whether you have to choose code first format or entity designer model. There are so many classification choosing model. We are already created designer database, already, so we have to choose first one, EF designer from database. All other are not necessary now. We have no time to explain these things. These are the things. So now press database from database option, first one, and click next. Next, it will ask we have to create the new connection string. If already created, it will shown on the first one menu, or you have to click new connection button. It will ask where is the server. You have to type the server name and as well as username, password here. My server name is MVC-PC/SQL Express. You have to refer your server name using Microsoft Visual Studio Management Studio. Okay, Microsoft SQL Management Studio. Okay, now SCA username, password, my password. You have to type the password. So you can optionally say my password or not. Next one, you have to select the database. If you click the drop down list, you will find the database that we created here. The demo DB we already created. Yes, you have to select and test the connection. It will show test succeeded. Then click OK. It will give the connection string, and you can note the connection string of this. You can copy and paste. Not necessary. Okay, it will take a demo DB entities as the connection string name. Using this demo DB entities, first option, it will ask whether I have to. It has to save whether you want to save the password or not. Sometimes saving the password and the connection string is not best practice. You can avoid it or you can do it, whatever is the option. If it is a real-time project, the scenario is different. Demo DB entities is the entity name. This is the object. We have to create new object from this one. So note down this demo DB entities in your notepad anywhere else and click next. It will give the list of tables in the database. If you expand the first tables view and DBO view, the city name, country, state name, the 3 tables we already created will display here, and it also demo DB model named as model. Because you can create moreover, there are so many tables if available, 40 tables, 60 tables. What are the tables you are going to work? We have to select, then finish. Okay, the demo DB entities is very must, and we have to copy it, and then click yes, include the password connection string, then press next. I return back and go again. Okay, and now already table selected. If you view, you have to select the view. Now it will show the representation, visual representation of one-to-one link between table via diagram. Visual Studio will show you the diagram how the tables are interlinked. Okay, this is not necessary. This is version issue. Okay, next. This will not appear in all scenario. Here we have some alternative configuration, so this message. Okay, now the create model entity framework. Now we are looking the three tables as one-to-one relationship between them. Country code, country ID is under. You can find the country ID under state, navigation property, as well as city name, state name, navigation property. Navigation property is nothing but the foreign key. Okay, this is a visible representation of our schema, database schema. Okay, now